Dear participants of the Model European Union Kosovo 2017, Merdita. My name is Ulrike Lunaçek. I'm Vice President of the European Parliament and Rapporteur for Kosovo, as many of you know. Unfortunately, I cannot be with you in person, but I'm glad that at least I can address you via this video message. And I'm glad to hear that more than 150 participants reunite in Pristina, and I've been asked to talk about two topics in particular to you. It's about visa liberalization and the fight against terrorism. As for visa liberalization, well, it's the one topic that I've been hearing in Kosovo since I started working as rapporteur, which is almost like 8 years ago. And now we have moved a lot way further, but the ball at the moment has been for a long time already, but is now also in the hands of the Kosovo Assembly, and the Kosovo Assembly that will be elected on the 11th of June. I do hope, and I sincerely do hope, that the newly elected parliamentarians will act responsibly for you, for Kosovo citizens, and swiftly ratify the border demarcation agreement with Montenegro. As you all know, there's a second condition which has to be fulfilled by the next government. It's a track record of high-level convictions on organized crime and corruption. Already some improvements have been done, but still we need to see more progress. And it is very clear from here, advancement on both is essential. As soon as those two conditions are fulfilled, the Commission, the EU member states, and we here in the European Parliament, we need to give, and we will give, the green light. But all these elements are part of a binding procedure. There's no way around. That is how it is. And all politicians in Kosovo know that. So don't believe anyone who makes promises without promising to fulfill the two conditions as soon as elected, or as soon as the government and as soon as the parliament is inaugurated and as soon as the government is formed. Now there's another aspect that you asked me to talk about. This is a fight against terrorism. I would like to address three elements. One is that we must not give up our fundamental rights for alleged security, because sometimes some of the security people think that if you collect more data and if you really control each and every one of our messages, of our iPhones, of our iPads, of all the computers we work with, then it will be 100% security. This is an illusion. There is no 100% security, and it would be a lot better to really focus on those people who are already under suspicion, those people who already are in the files and in the data banks. And within the European Union, we have the problem that the security services, they don't really interact, they don't really communicate with each other. So this is where we have to put our focus, and that is also something why I also think how important it would be that Kosovo would be a member of Europol and of Interpol. Now, the second thing I'd like to address is that prevention. Prevention is the key. And that starts prevention of radicalization and of violent extremism. Now, how can that be done? It starts with providing better education and health systems for young people and their families and for every citizen. And investing, but without corruption, in jobs. Many of the young people who are either seduced or manipulated into radical violent thinking and then violent extremism, they come from a background of lack of future perspectives, lack of hope for a good life that every individual should be entitled to. So these issues should be on top of politicians and political parties' agendas right now. And then, of course, the third one is that de-radicalization is important. Yes, when there are people who are already at this stage of being very radical and being in danger of becoming violent extremists, jihadists, there I have to say that Kosovo has done great efforts in order to prevent people from leaving and going to the jihad or coming back and then becoming violent. There has been great efforts, and I really appreciate that. It's also in the report that I am preparing now for the plenary of the European Parliament. But more needs to be done. For example, working with people in prisons. And of course, that's what I always say, hope future perspectives, that especially for young men and women is so essential. And that should be at the core also of the programs of parties for the elections on the 11th of June. Now, last week in the Foreign Affairs Committee of the European Parliament, we had a very good vote of participation of Kosovo in Union programs, in European Union programs. This will help to create more cultural links, educational links, economic links, all that is needed to really connect Kosovo citizens with citizens of the European Union. I wish you fruitful discussions, and I hope to be present next time when you meet in person with you. Have fun, enjoy your discussions, and take this European spirit with you to wherever you live and wherever you work or study. Bye-bye.